Okay, today is October the 30th, 2015, and we're watching the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop. And we're watching a moisture field moving in on the jet stream here that is supposed to be turning down towards California and delivering some moisture, some rain. But what we're seeing here is we have a low pressure here, which has a transmitter on it. We can see the heat around this area of low pressure. And I believe what's happening here is that this moisture field is it is being blocked, but they don't want this to join up with this low pressure. So this would otherwise be coming down and then feeding into this low pressure, and that is all being prevented by this transmitter here around the core of that low pressure, and also by a blockade that's been set up right here, a vertical knife edge blockade. We'll get to see that here in a second, and that is disrupting the jet stream flow right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the jet stream. This is the 300 millibar jet stream flow, and it's coming along here, moving right into Oregon and Washington, and then turning down south towards California. We can see some of that flow is coming right into California. All these arrows are pointing right into California. Now there is a high pressure indicated within this jet stream right here. Okay, so let's go back to the map now, and let's take a look at this moisture field in the infrared loop. There's some substantial rain in this moisture field right here. But what's happening here, there's a right here, there's a blockade that's been installed here, and that is disrupting this entire field, which should be turning down and moving into California. All right, let's look at this close up in the this is the western U.S. water vapor loop, and we can see that edge right here. That's almost as straight as a ruler right there. All right, so obviously this should be delivering rain down into California, Nevada, Arizona, but since there's a low pressure right here, and we see what's happening, there is a HARP transmitter here, and also this division right here is preventing this flow from getting into the core of that low pressure system. So they've got a couple of things going on. They've got this HARP transmitter here, which is blockading this moisture field coming down here, and we have also a secondary thing here, which is disrupting the flow. Let's look at this in the infrared loop. We can see that right here. There's basically a very straight line there, and we can see what happens. This disrupts the flow, comes in, and it just basically stops right here. And then what's left is all it's not very intense rain. It's disorganized, and it's not sweeping down following the jet stream. So they've disrupted that purposely, and I think the reason is to prevent all of this from joining up with this low pressure right here. So, all right, let's look at the, this is the southwest rainbow loop. We can see that area of low pressure that's moving out to the southeast. California is very dry, and we see that right here. All this purple, very, very dry weather. We had today in Los Angeles this morning at 10:30, the relative humidity was 9.5%. So that gives you an idea. It's very, very dry. All right, let's go ahead and look at the, this is the sea level pressure map. And we see high pressure right here. This is sea level. This high is also present at 300 millibar altitude. We have high here as well. And here's that low over Mexico and Arizona. All right, this is blocking all of this weather to the north. It's keeping it well to the north and out of California. Here is the 500 millibar, same high pressure right there. Here's that low pressure trough. And here are these squiggly lines right here that are running diagonally through Oregon and Washington, where that barrier is that's disrupting the that moisture field that's coming in. These are pressure differential. This indicates a pressure differential right here. You have these little dips. And so there's something happening here that's affecting the pressure. And we'll see that here again on the 300 millibar, same thing. We've got a little dip and then a ridge here, so they've got some high pressure right there. If we go back again and look at this, again, it's pretty clear that that's a man-made event. You lay a ruler right there. And that is a fast-moving flow, but yet they've got something there that is disrupting that. Otherwise, this would be wrapping around down and then feeding right into this low pressure here. So that's what they're trying to do, is to stop that, and they have done that. They've got this all isolated. This whole core is isolated by this dry area right here. This phased array radar is cutting a big channel right into that moisture field. Okay. Okay, so we were just looking at the 500 millibar and the 300 millibar. Here's the 300. Same thing. We've got that high pressure right here and a low here, and that's why we're getting wind. We've got a high right next to a low, and we were getting offshore winds because of the pressure gradient here. We've got low pressure spinning counterclockwise here, and we've got high pressure spinning this way, and then the wind goes right between the two areas right there. Okay, let's look at the MODIS website. This is MODIS today. Get this thing tilted properly. Okay, this is an interesting website because we can see the chemtrail activity going on. And right now we're going to pan down a little bit and look at Washington and Oregon, where that diagonal channel was disrupting the jet stream. Okay, so here is Oregon, and then we have Washington, and there's that diagonal path of that's disrupting the jet stream flow down through the United States down into California. And we can see that there's a lot of real clouds here, these very white, brilliant white clouds. And then we have this off-white stuff. This is all a chemtrail mix. And we can see that all through here. All right, let's take a look here. As we move down through Oregon, here is California, right over here. And we can see how dry California really is. Now, also look at all the chemtrails over here, right here, and all through this area. This is all sprayed, and we can tell by the color. This is a dirty off-white color, and of course, the brilliant white clouds are easy to spot. Okay, so that's what's happening. Now let's pan down and look at California. Basically dry as a bone. There's just really nothing happening right over the border. Things just stop. Okay, continue to pan down, and this is the way it's like this all the way down to San Diego at the border of Mexico. So they've done something here to disrupt the jet stream, and that's keeping all that moisture out of California. And so this is just another instance of weather manipulation and droughting the state. And it could be getting rain. So let's look at this one more time. That is man-made. That's not Mother Nature doing that. We can see the disruption, the effect that it has after the fact. Passes over this high pressure zone, and there's a lot of chemtrails going on, and it completely just disrupts this entire flow, and there's nothing coming down into California. And this low pressure has been isolated. We can see that the core of this low has been pretty well isolated. Okay, so that's the strategy. That's what they're doing, and that's the reason why they don't want this to feed into this system here and strengthen it because California might get rain. And California, we don't want rain in California. We got to keep the rain out. So these transmitter operators, they're not as sneaky as they think they are. Okay, so that's the situation today. We'll go ahead and do an update tomorrow. All right, that's it.